Hey, listen!
Welcome everyone, this is Andre's Restart, and this time we're going to be talking about a bit of controversy that is surrounding Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Future Redeemed. Now before we go further, let me warn you that this might be a small little spoiler of this entire topic. It's about something that happens at the end of the main story for 3, but it doesn't really spoil the story for 3, it's more so a detail that tells you more about what happens between the events of 2 and 3, and is somewhat important for the story of Future Redeemed, the DLC for Xenoblade Chronicles 3. So I don't think it's a big deal, but I am giving you this warning just in case you don't want to be spoiled. Now, before we jump into things, let me point out that we've recently hit our goal of 25,000 subscribers before Tears of the Kingdom comes out. I am super appreciative of this. Thank you all who have been watching and liking my videos and who have subscribed and hit that notification bell. If you do enjoy my content, stay tuned. There will be another goal announced fairly soon, but we do talk about Nintendo news and theories pretty much every day, so consider sticking around. So here's the spoiler that you need to understand before we talk about anything else. And that's basically that at the end of the main story for 3, we get to see a picture that shows Rex, the main character from Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and all of his friends. And this includes Pyra, Mythra, and Nia. And all 3 of them are holding their own babies with the same colored hair. And Rex, the way he's behind them, it seems quite suggestive that he's the father of all 3. There's no other fathers on screen besides maybe Zeke, but Zeke seems to be with Pandora in the picture and he's far off to the side, so most likely it seems like the implication is meant to be that Rex is the father of all 3. And considering most cultures, polyamory isn't the norm, so yeah, I understand how that might be a little weird. I think it is a little weird. I still think Rex is cool. I think it's cool that they all seem to have a happy story after the events for 2, so it's not really a big deal for me, but I also understand why some people might think it's odd, because it is an unusual situation. So Skye Bennett, the voice actress for Pyra Mythra from Xenoblade Chronicles 2, had her own opinions and took to Twitter. And before I say what she said, please do not attack this person for their opinions. A lot of people have been coming at this person. I don't think that's fair. Everyone has their own opinions and they're entitled to them. You can disagree, and that's totally fine. Having disagreements and conversations, that's okay. Just don't attack them and insult them for their opinion. So this is what Skye Bennett says. Also, I've decided to pretend the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Wives thing is not canon. In my head, Rex friend-zoned Nia, Mythra is single and loving it, and Pyra is the one he actually ended up with. Rex doesn't have enough game to pull all 3, lol, and also, just no. Pyra and Mythra basically like sisters, no? So, she says that this is something she pretends is not canon. She's not saying it isn't canon, she's saying she's pretending it's not canon. But she put her opinion out there and it was trending on Twitter, her name was trending on Twitter at least, and it surely stirred up some conversation. So, do I think she's right or wrong for believing this? I think it's her own headcanon. If it helps her respect the story more, that's totally okay. I'll say before this is confirmed, I also assumed that Rex would end up with Pyra, and that Mythra and Nia would go on their own way. And based off the events of the story of 2, I see how she would think that Nia was friend-zoned, because Nia confessed her love to Rex, and he said, "I love everyone." So, I understand. And I also get the part of Mythra doing her own thing, because she's a very powerful, seemingly independent character, so I can kind of see where she's coming from. That said, I don't align with her views here. I think that it is what it is. That picture shows Rex with 3 wives, and the 3 wives are Pyra, Mythra, and Nia, and they all had kids, presumably from Rex. I feel like that's what it's meant to suggest. Now, could at some point or another they throw a curveball at us? Potentially. And just for the record, I haven't beaten Future Redeemed yet. I'm getting close, so if there's something in there that I've missed, please forgive me. But yeah, I think this is just her opinion, and it's an opinion that I think some other people might want to have, because it might make it a little bit easier for them to digest, because this is an unusual circumstance for most cultures. But Xenoblade is a fantasy series, a sci-fi fantasy series with all sorts of different complex relationships and characters going on that are definitely not too comparable to the norm. But I personally just subscribe to the idea that they were all a happy family together, regardless of the complex, nuanced relationships that might entail if we were to envision that. In reality, this is a fantasy world. But those are my thoughts on the matter. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. This is Andres Restart. Thank you so much for listening and watching, and I'll see you all really soon. Take care. Bye.